Afternoon, everybody. Happy Monday. Hopping on. When I first started this video, sorry, getting ahead of myself. If you're just hopping on for the first time, my name's Anthony, and I've been doing this video series consistently, week in, week out, Monday through Friday, a couple times on the weekend, but basically in an effort to share what I've learned over the last couple of years in a way that hopefully it helps an individual out there to leapfrog their success or kind of piggyback on it. Hopefully it's that one thing that they haven't been able to figure out, and it happens to be the thing that makes it happen. And today is basically on the days that you don't want to. And documenting, not creating content. Today I don't want to do this video. Being open and honest, I had a very, very tough morning. Locked down my whole weekend and studied, and no, it's not shaving the facial hair. I couldn't take it anymore, so I shaved it last night. But preparing for something this morning, and I had a massive, utter failure. Early failure, too. Like, got up at 3 a.m., drove out here at 6, was at it by 8 a.m., and just kerplunk. It was bad performance on my part, just poor preparation, and if I was better, I still would have done my video this morning, but I let it hit me and I let it take me off track. But I'm human. Things happen. But as Tony Robbins says, each time something happens, you allow yourself to feel the emotion, and as you get better and as you develop, your pity party shortens and shortens and shortens. So luckily my pity party, my pity party was for about 8 hours. That's kind of a pity party. But it lines up with something that I just actually got reminded of because of all this. Some things that I was looking up, and it's 2 principles in personal training. And I think I'm going to share these first and then I'll tell you how they correlate with life and situations and things like that. So the first one being the SAID principle. And I'm just going to read it off to make sure I get it word for word, verbatim, because I think it's super important to get it accurate on this one. So SAID principle, it's an acronym, S-A-I-D, specific adaptation to impose demands. And it states that the body will adapt to specific challenges imposed upon it as long as the program progressively overloads the system being trained. So basically, breaking that down, your body, your mind, your life, everything in it is all a vitalistic system. It all works off of that same principle. That as your body, your mind, your spirit, your willpower, your skill set will adapt to specific challenges placed upon it. Meaning, for working out, you're only going to get better at pull-ups by doing pull-ups, not by doing push-ups. Meaning you're only going to get better at sales by doing sales, not by cleaning your house. You're only going to get better at that developed skill when you hone and beat on your craft and get better and better each and every day. It's the only way you're going to get better. But knowing that this principle is almost like if I were to come up behind you without you knowing I was behind you and I were to shove you, what happens? Your foot comes right out in front of you without you even being consciously aware of it. You don't even realize you've been pushed by the time your foot steps out to stop you. If I somehow have massive leverage, I get you totally caught off guard, what happens? Your hands catch you on the ground just before you hit the ground. Your body, your spirit, your willpower, your mind will do the same thing. Even when you aren't consciously aware of it, when you lift it to a whole nother level, when you push it to another challenge, a new level of performance, new duties, new challenges on yourself, on your body, on your willpower, on your spirit. Keep saying that over and over again through this. I want to drive the point home here. It will adapt to whatever challenge, whatever situation you put it into. Think of it this way: your skill set, your willpower, your ability to perform will expand to the size of the cup that you put it in. If I'm got this guy and I expand up to here, there's going to be some friction, there's going to be some challenges, but guess what? It's going to fill the cup. But the SAID principle has one more thing attached to it. It will do that as long as the program progressively overloads the system being challenged. That's the key part, overload. Meaning, here, I'll actually read the definition of overload. The physiological system subjected to above normal stress will respond by increasing in strength and our function. Now I'll repeat that again. The system subjected to above normal, so you have to take it to a whole nother level on a consistent basis, will, it's an absolute law, it's a principle, respond by increasing in strength or function accordingly. Meaning, if you're not putting pressure on yourself, like today, I had a failure. Today wasn't a failure. The event this morning was a failure for me, and it will get jotted down in one of those for a while. But it only happened because I'm pushing myself to a new level, a new. We'll see. Describe it without getting too detailed, but I'm challenging myself on a whole other level that I've never challenged myself to before. And I did not give myself the normal amount of time that I would to prepare. I knocked it out very, very quickly. And the only reason I failed is because I was challenging myself on an above normal stress level. And what I mean by that is I was pushing myself. But the thing is, if you're doing that, if you're placing above normal stress on yourself, one, your strength will increase, whether it's willpower, skill set. Your strength in that area will increase, or your function will increase. But guess what else? You will fail. Because if you're not failing, that end part where it says accordingly, if you're only pushing yourself a little bit, it's only going to expand accordingly. It's only going to expand with the amount of stress that you're giving it to. Now, if you go from 0 to 60, if you go from 0 to 60, you're going to fail here and there. Sometimes you'll pull it off, but the cool part is experience is what happens when you get what you didn't want. So now I'm taking what happened this morning, today for me, I'm learning from it, and I'm doing my best to not allow it to sidetrack me. Hey Chris, so those two principles, the SAID principle, and which I know Chris knows about, and the overload principle, both come into massive play when it comes to achieving a whole other level of performance in your life. If you're subjecting your body, your willpower, your skill set, I'll keep saying this over and over again, on a whole nother level, it will increase in strength, or it will increase in function accordingly. Meaning if you're putting a lot of pressure on, failure happens. But it's what you do with it. And as we get better and as we achieve new results, our pity parties get shorter and shorter and shorter. So again, today, not creating content, totally documenting what happened to me today, and without telling the exact details, it was a rough day. But it only happened because I'm pushing myself to new levels. So if you're not failing, if you're not falling down, if you're not messing up, if you're not taking risks, not only will you not expand accordingly, things will atrophy. Your willpower will atrophy. Your skill set will atrophy. Because if I can say this, today was a testament to thinking that you can sit on your laurels because you've performed something in the past and you've accomplished a certain level of success, and resting on that without constantly adapting to new strategies and new implementations. You end up collecting dust in the corner. And you brush yourself off really quickly, and it's kind of a wake-up call. But that's my message for today. A little bit later than normal by almost 9 hours, 8 hours, but I'm learning and progressing as well, which is why I'm sharing this video series. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Make it a wonderful evening, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning on a Tuesday. You guys enjoy.